Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge, and on the eve of Manchester United's trip to Liverpool, I think it's pathetic how so many of our Manchester United fan base are so negative and not grasping what is the biggest game of our season every season. There are two, Liverpool at Old Trafford and Liverpool at Anfield, and we seem to be losing the grasp of this ahead of this game because we want to get rid of a manager, because we're not happy with the ownership, because we're not happy with the players. Well, football, you need to remember what the reason you fell in love with football. It's because of games like this. I look back through the past. I remember the season we won the treble and we went to Anfield and we're 2-0 up, and I think Ince scored an equaliser against us and he's running away, probably kissing the badge, and you're like, kiss my arse, we're Manchester United and we're going to win a treble. Liverpool, Manchester United, the most credible and big game in English football, and it's happening tomorrow, and it's about time this fan base dug into the trenches and realised we're going to football war tomorrow. This is Manchester United against Liverpool. Stop with the white flags. It's bloody pathetic. Who do you support? If you support Manchester United, then you should be up for this. Stop making excuses about the midfield. Stop calling for the manager's head. Stop listening to the media. Nearly knocked my glasses off. This is a massive game, and we go with what we've got. And we go with an intention to get a result. And as fans, we go with an intention to be strong and behind this team, whoever plays for it, because we are Manchester United. Maybe those players won't get it. Maybe those players won't perform. And at full time, you can go into them. But before it, we're Manchester United playing Liverpool at Anfield. And I'll tell you what, I'll give credit to the Liverpool fans. They will be up for it. And they'll be up for it like they've been up for every game we've played them when we were better than them. We have to dig in, we have to fight, and we have to remember who we are. Because I'm fed up of this pathetic approach to this football club from some of our fans who just want to down tools like certain players, throw another manager under the bus and give up before we've even started this game. We've a huge opportunity. We can do it. We can bloody well do it. Fulham, last week, were winning with 10 minutes to go at Anfield. Sheffield United, they only beat them 1-0. Crystal Palace, they're losing with 20 minutes to go. There's a red card and they get back into the game and win it. Liverpool are not blowing people away. Credit to them. They've won 7 games at Anfield. Open to reality, the last person to score at Anfield was 5 years ago, Jesse Lingard. Our away record is abysmal against the top 10. These are all facts, but it's 11 against 11. It's Manchester United against Liverpool, and I'm old enough to remember when Liverpool was shit and we were good, they'd always give us a game 9 times out of 10. And I remember Man City, before they had money, they'd give us a game in a derby. Why are we giving up? Why are we so obsessed with not supporting this football club? I couldn't give a shit about some of those players. They don't deserve it. I couldn't give a shit about the ownership. They don't deserve it. There are people in that club who don't deserve our support. But the badge does. The club does. And I want to see tomorrow on that watch along when you're tuning in, or if you're at the ground, or if you're watching it in the pub, or whatever you're doing, I want every single Manchester United fan to have that fire and passion in their heart that I have right now to say, no, we are Manchester United and we are not giving up before the whistle is blown. We are going into that game as Manchester United with millions of people behind us and everything that we are behind us, and we're going to give it a game at Anfield. We are not quitting. If those players go on that pitch and quit, then lo behold what waits for them after the game. But as fans, we are Manchester United. We are the fans, and it's about time we came together and realised that. Screw the negativity. Screw the dissenters. Let them moan. Let them moan and call them out for who they are. Fake. If you are a Manchester United fan, you are excited, you are ready, and you know we have got our backs against the wall. We know we're in the minority here in relation to who's favourites, but bring it on. I want it. I can't wait for it, and I want to see a reaction. And I tell you what, the great thing about things like this, the great thing about being an underdog is if you get it, oh, it's Christmas come early. It's going to be difficult. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be a difficult game. But we must have a call to action, and we must be ready to go to war against Liverpool tomorrow. In a footballing sense, it's 11 against 11, and we can do it. And I tell you what, if Kobe Mainoo's going to start, do you think he needs to be looking on social media at negativity? He needs to, he needs to feel empowered. Confidence breeds positivity, and we need to get behind this team. We can't be the excuse. I don't think it's an excuse anyway, but we can't be the excuse. I don't want to hear this whole Oh, the fans are so negative, it's hard to be positive. No, those people who will be at Anfield tomorrow, they'll be behind the team and they'll be behind the players like they always are. And we need to be as well. Tonight, tomorrow morning, and until full time. Behind those players. Do not let them have any excuse that we weren't behind them, giving them everything. Whether it's Kobe Mainoo, Scott McTominay, Rafael Varane, whoever plays tomorrow, Marcus Rashford. This is your moment. This is your chance to show what we're all about. Concentration, focus. We're Manchester United. And I believe that we can do it. I believe we can do it. Look, my prediction is that Liverpool will probably win. It's difficult, but I believe we can do it. If everything goes right, we can get a result tomorrow. You've got players like Anthony, Garnacho, Rasmus. They can score goals. They can create goals. They've got to believe in themselves, and we can empower them to do that. We're certainly not going there and downing tools. And if I see that tomorrow, then, as I said, there will be reactions to that. But the reaction as well, can I just say as well, the reaction as well cannot be to go for the manager. I mean, this needs calling out. And I think this is the cause of a lot of what's going on at the moment. This manager obsession. You know, if you're Ten Hag out, respect, don't understand it, whatever. But how much of your Ten Hag out stance is driven by a media that is manipulating you? Do you not look at what the facts are? Like, literally, if we lose tomorrow, Erik Ten Hag will still be the best managers with the best win ratio that Manchester United have had since Sir Alex Ferguson. 60.5% of his games he wins. 60.5. In second place, Mourinho with 58.3. And then you've got to go down to 50.4% for Solskjaer. 60% of his games Ten Hag wins. Even if he loses tomorrow, he will still have the best win ratio since Sir Alex Ferguson. And I think his win ratio might be better than Sir Alex's because he was doing it for so long. I don't know. But how on earth can you sack a manager? And the club, the club should be doing more, in my opinion. Manchester United should be doing more, in my opinion. We should not be getting leaks about Graham Potter or Ineos talking to Potter. This should just be killed dead. Give him the new contract. Shut it up. You can still sack a manager when he's got a new contract, but if you give him a new contract, you shut it down. You were looking to give him a new contract at the start of the season. Just give him the new contract and shut it down. The club has a responsibility as well. I'm tired of listening about Ten Hag being sacked from the media. I completely don't agree with it. I do not agree with it at all. And I've explained why. Because sacking managers doesn't work at Man United. It just prolongs the problem. But when you look at a win ratio as a manager, and he's got the best one since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, why the hell would you be sacking him because he loses to Liverpool? And people will say, his record against the top 10 away is rubbish. Yeah, but it's bloody good everywhere else. I don't remember people moaning when we got to 2 cup finals and 3rd in the league last year, and our record against the top 10 away from home was shit. But we still got top 10, and we've still got top 3, and we still got to 2 cup finals. So, look, of course, I'm open to I'm aware of the problems, but that win ratio, we don't draw many games. We win or we lose. We don't draw. The win ratio doesn't lie. You get people saying, yeah, but that's because you played a load of cup teams at home last year. Well, let's see if that win ratio comes down. But that is not an excuse. You can't go, you're sacked because you've got the best win ratio, but you beat a few home teams who weren't very good in the cup, so you're still sacked. If you are right, the win ratio will come down. It ain't coming down at the moment, so let's see. And I'll tell you what it does tell you as well. And I've said this a few times, and I've put my hands up and say, look, this is why I'm so adamantly, one of the reasons I'm so adamantly going to stick with Ten Hag on this is because, one, it was the guy I wanted, and I'm not going to be impatient. I shouted for Ten Hag, and I'm going to stick by him longer than 18 months. I'm certainly going to do that. Secondly, I don't agree with sacking Mourinho. You know, Mourinho's win ratio at Man United was 58.3%. That's good. And we sacked him. And we sacked him because the players did him big time. We should not have let Mourinho go. And Ten Hag has got a better win ratio than him. So look, this game tomorrow is being built up too much. It's Manchester United against Liverpool, and any Manchester United fan should be obsessed with is going to Anfield and playing that game back together as a fan base and as a club, and going there without pressure. Going there without, if you lose, you're sacked, or this, that, and the other. None of that is useful. It's only useful to the people who on Sunday night and Monday morning are going to be writing Ten Hag needs to go. And they'll want it. They'll want it. This is your manager. This is your football club. Some of our fan base are on the side of those people who are just paid poison letter writers waiting, praying that Liverpool beat us badly tomorrow so they can write Ten Hag out because some of them got banned and some of them don't like him. You should not be on the side of those. This is our manager. This is our club, and we're going to Anfield, and I cannot understand any United fan who is not behind this team. I don't get it. I just do not get it. I don't get how you do not have the passion and fire and excitement right now for this game tomorrow. Yeah, we're walking into the Lions' Den. And yes, we might get eaten. But you know what? We might not. We might not. We might go there and do something that nobody wants us to do and no one expects us to do. You know what? It's that siege mentality. And no one's getting there under my manager. No one. Get away is ours. And that's what we should be doing as fans. This is our manager. This is our club. And you know what? Since when have we ever sided with rivals or the media about what we should do with our manager and our club? Screw that. We're going to Anfield tomorrow. That's all we should be bothered about. The fact that people are thinking about, oh, if we get beat, at least the manager might go. No, he shouldn't go. I tell you what, if I was Man United, I'd be giving him a new contract tonight. I'd say, up yours. Even if he loses tomorrow, he's not getting the sack. Send that message out to the dissenters, to the media, to the players that trying to get him the sack. It's not happening. So stop with your negativity. We go with what we've got and we're going to fight with what we've got. And that sort of message is hopefully something that will happen when we get a change in the footballing side, in the CEO and the director of football, because this absence of communication that only ever comes from the manager, I think causes problems. It caused problems for Oli, it caused problems for Mourinho, and it's causing problems for Ten Hag, because if you look at clubs like Bayern Munich, they have CEOs that will come out and vocally speak about transfers and how the club is doing, and we need that. We need some leadership beyond the manager. The manager should not be the cheerleader as well as everything else. They do need some support, and I think us as fans, this apathetic approach is not helping. This should not be on the menu. If Man United get beat, Ten Hag's going to get the sack. The only thing I'm interested on that menu is Man United against Liverpool, two biggest rivals in English football, going head-to-head at Anfield. Liverpool are top of the league. United are struggling. Let's go there and give them a bloody fight. And that's all I care about. And if I don't want to think about, if we lose, the good. I mean, how does that even work? How does a Manchester United fan even think, well, the upside is if we lose, we might get rid of Ten Hag. The upside of losing to Liverpool is we might sack our manager. When Mourinho got the sack after the Liverpool game, I can't even talk. I can't speak about it because I was part of that. I fell into that trap. Not again, Jeffrey. No chance. I don't know who Jeffrey is, but not again. It's not happening. No way. I am not doing it. And I don't think any of you should be doing that. We're Manchester United going into a big game. You do not sack your manager with that level of a win ratio this early. This is not what we're about. We should be backs to the wall. We're in a difficult position. The club's been sold for fucking 12 months. We've got injuries. We've got all sorts of problems with players and their attitudes. We've got people on strike. That club is an absolute mess, and it's a reflection of where we are. I mean, where do people expect us to be? The Glazers put us up for sale and have sat there and let the club have a handbrake on for 12 months. You've got players striking. You've got players falling out. You've got an injury crisis. Where the fuck did people think we were going to be this season, fighting for the league? We've got all the ingredients for mid-table football. Look at where Chelsea are. Look at where Chelsea are. They've spent £1 billion and they're in the mid-table. We've got owners that are dragging their feet on a sale that's killing us, an injury crisis that's killing us. We've got two flops that have been bought in the summer. We've got players on strike. We've got players falling out. We've got toxicity. We've got no CEO. We're 6th in the league and people are going, sack the manager. I can't speak, mate. I can't speak. It's incredible. Get some of this. Get some of this and get behind your bloody club. Things are going to get better, but they might get worse first. And it's not about let's get beat by Liverpool and lose. For God's sake, what's your enjoyment in football? What's your enjoyment in football if you're not excited about this game? Come on, we're Manchester United. Let's bloody have it tomorrow. Let's not be negative. Let's bloody have it. I tell you what. I'm passionate. I'm ready for it. Tomorrow, from minute one, nearly at my wrist. I'm shooting like bloody Timo Werner. From tomorrow, minute one, let's bloody have it. Let's not be negative. Well, this needs to feed into the players. We've got your back. We're behind you. Come on, let's have it. Focus on your game. Don't be scared. Don't panic. Work together. Backs against the wall. Come on, United. Let's have it. I don't get why we don't. I don't get why we don't. I really, really don't. Oh, I can't wait. Come on. I can't wait. Let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, and look, you know what? When I say let's do this, I'm not saying we're going to win. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying go there and get a bloody 1-1 draw. Go there and lose 2-1, but show something, you know. You never know what's going to happen. We could play really well tomorrow. Michael Oliver's the fucking referee. Could be, you know, we could be 1-0 up and lose 2-1 because he sends someone off. You don't know. You can't go into this game saying, oh, I hope we lose so that we get rid of Ten Hag. Come on. Come on. Who are you? Where are you? I've not even had a drink. I've not had a drink. I'm just drinking water. It's, you know, I just don't. Some things get me. Manchester United get me, and Manchester United against Liverpool gets me. And you know what? I've not even said anything negative about Liverpool. Because you know what? Liverpool's a better run club than us. They've got really passion. This is why we're rivals. This is why we want to beat each other, because the similarities between these fan bases are huge and then the differences are massive. But it's not about I hate Liverpool or anything like that. It's about I actually celebrate the relationship we have, the rivalry we have. It's such a massive game, and Anfield has always been a game when I watch it and I'm like, I'm on tenterhooks the whole time. Even when we were good, you just don't want to lose to Liverpool. Come on. Anyway, I've just banged my hand on the table as well. I just think it was, sometimes you talk about transfers, you talk about this, that and the other. I think sometimes we just need to get in the bloody comments as well. Come on. Who are you? We lose track of what we are. We're Manchester United fans going into the biggest game of the season. Our backs are against the wall and some people are giving up or getting excited about the manager being sacked. You don't belong as a Man United fan. Hit the reset button. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember why you support Manchester United. People have lost their way. They've lost their way. This last 15 minutes is why we support Manchester United. Find that fire in you. Find it. I know it's been hard the last decade. It's been really hard. The Glazers have been putting it out for years, but it is still there. Let it burn, because everybody wants us to fail. They don't want us to sack Ten Hag because they want us to get back good. They want to sack Ten Hag so they can fill the bloody headlines for the next 2 weeks. Get a Christmas bonus. They're not interested in the beneficial factors for Manchester United. Qatar for Manchester United was going to get us back on top. They weren't cheering for that, did they? They wanted Sir Jim. They didn't want Man United being a multi-millionaire football club. They're not interested in us. Don't go looking to the media or some ex-player that's never played for us as your, bastion of truth. We know this fucking football club. We know what's best for it. Come on, let's have it. As for the media as well, just to calm myself down a bit, because I think I'm on the road to a Connery here. Talking about mainstream media, what a crock of shit. I can't speak about this. I got sent a clip today from mainstream media, some talk show. I mean, who watches this shit anymore anyway? It's dead. Soccer Saturday, Football Focus. It's all shit. Let's be honest. We know what the new media is and we've created it. Whether it's on social media or whatever, the new media is football fans having their say. And, as a community that basically gave birth to it, which we did, a lot of them don't like us. We don't care. The reality is, where were you when we started? You weren't there. You've looked at what we do. You've copied it. You fell into the trap. We are creating the conversations. You don't have to like the United stand, but a lot of people copy this community. Fair play to them. We've already won because you're copying what we did, and we did it to give fans a voice. So fans are getting a voice. It's fantastic. But I saw some shit on the TV, on the TV today. Basically, some sort of talk chat about Luke Shaw. United fans might not like it, but Luke Shaw's a liability. Oh my God. I mean, you wonder why mainstream media is dying. You've got Joey Barton wanting ex-players to just dominate, which ain't ever going to work. And then you do get people who aren't ex-players who destroy it for everybody else with shitty little comments about Luke Shaw being a liability for Manchester United. You know what? This is what I mean about the external media. This is what I mean about the outsiders talking about our football club. You get Jermaine Genius when a game gets called off. on national TV saying, I don't understand why United fans are even protesting. The Glazers have spent a lot of money on United. You know, this is the quality of shit you get out there, that people try and stick their nose into Manchester United and haven't got a bloody clue. Watch Manchester United week in, week out. Do your research on Man United. Get into a few conversations with United fans and earn your stripes. Don't stick your nose in and talk shit. And to say that Luke Shaw is a liability for Manchester United, that is the IQ of a twat or a prat or somebody who would be better off keeping their mouth shut. Because Luke Shaw is quite simply not a liability for Manchester United, and any Manchester United fan will tell you that. There are people in this fan base that don't rate Luke Shaw, and you know, hopefully he's changed a lot of their opinions. But Luke Shaw is without doubt one player of about 4 or 5 that I would build a team around to win a title. And there aren't many at Man United that I think can play for Man United and win a title. But Luke Shaw, fitness is Luke Shaw's biggest problem. This is a guy who, when he played left centre-back last season, looked like one of the best left-sided centre-backs in Europe. He's not even a left centre-back. This is a guy who at left-back, when he's fit, is one of the best left-backs in Europe. How can a left-back who's one of the best in Europe, and he can also play left centre-back very, very competently, how can he be a liability for Manchester United? It's incredible what people who don't watch or analyse this football club think from the outside. It's like me saying, you know, Arsenal fans might not like me, but Martinelli is just a Brazilian. I don't know. He is a Brazilian, but I can't even think of a shit left winger. Like, I don't watch enough of Martinelli to say that. I think Martinelli's good, but it's just sticking your nose in on something. And this is what I mean. And the reason I mention that is not to get into any big debate about that. If you think Luke Shaw's a liability at Man United, I think you need, you know, you need to go and have a good long sleep. And, you know, wake up because you're tired. It's ridiculous. Luke Shaw, on the list of players that need to go from Man United, he's probably not in. He's not even in the top 20. So how can he be a liability when he's not in the top 20 of a squad of about 30 that need to go? But the reason I mention it is because this is what I mean about the Liverpool game tomorrow. We're Manchester United. Let's bloody get behind this team. Let's get behind these players. Luke Shaw's probably going to play tomorrow. He could easily have said, oh, it's a bit sore. You know, we've got to get behind these players and we've got to remember who we are, because externally there are prats trying to derail us with nonsense. And we set the tone. It's our club, all of us. It's Manchester United. And I don't understand anybody that isn't absolutely hungry for Manchester United to get some sort of result tomorrow. I rest my case. Get your comments in below. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Come on, United.